The My Hero Academia and Dragon Ball universe, although very different when it comes to their approach and styles, are two very popular and successful animes in the history of anime itself. As we last left off on the previous video with Deku and the UA students being saved by Gohan, the Great Saiyaman, following the events of Kurogiri, Shigaraki, and Nomu's invasion, with All Might having to be missing from action and Gohan having to take up the role as protector, we now find ourselves in a very interesting position as Gohan prepares himself to fight for the UA students in protecting them alongside Deku from the villainous invasion. As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and are a fan of anime, Dragon Ball, and My Hero Academia, then don't forget to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload. Slap a big fat like down below and giving this video a big thumbs up if you guys enjoy these Dragon Ball crossover specials, which include other animes such as My Hero Academia, as well as checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist, in which you guys can find that playlist located down below, in which showcases some of the best and latest Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to head down below and check that playlist out for all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas. As we kick off the Beyond Dragon Ball Super My Hero Academia manga chapter number 2 crossover special, with Gohan having to overlook Shigaraki, as Shigaraki can't seem to believe nor understand who this individual is, as Shigaraki proceeds to ask a pro hero, "Now? My plans, my beautiful plans." Shocked and confused at the idea of who this individual is, as the Great Saiyaman further goes on to tell Shigaraki, "It's game over for you, villain, for I am the hope of all that is light." As Shigaraki proceeds to state, "Game over? No, it can't be. It's only one pro. He's not even a proper mini-boss for someone like Nomu," making a clear distinction that Nomu should have no problem in utterly curb-stomping this individual. But little does Shigaraki know that this isn't any ordinary hero. In fact, this is Gohan. As Gohan proceeds to get into position, he further goes on to tell Shigaraki, "I am the answer to all that cry out for justice. I am the protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth," basically giving us the old Goku speech from the original Dragon Ball Z battle when Goku was about to fight Frieza, and basically demonstrating his poses as he further goes on to tell him, "I am the Great Saiyaman." And I really do enjoy the fact that Gohan is getting into character here, because the My Hero Academia universe is basically littered with concepts and ideas of things like this. So I do think that if they ever decide to make a Dragon Ball and My Hero crossover, I think adding in the Great Saiyaman would be the perfect fit in having that story be told, as the other students like Bakugo and Todoroki, they're all looking on. All the students seem to cringe at the idea of what Gohan is doing, but Gohan is basically getting into character, so the students here are all just left in a state of disappointment in the fact that this guy just seems like he's clowning around and he's really cringeworthy. But the only person here that finds Gohan to be really cool and really awesome, being a fan almost of his work, is Deku. And while everyone else thinks that Gohan is absolutely lame, Deku actually feels the opposite, as he goes on to state he looks so cool. As another female individual also says the same thing, Midoriya goes on to state the epic hero speech. And basically having to fanboy over Gohan's speech, Gohan's posing. As Gohan continues, he goes on to further say to himself, "Looks like practicing this for 2 hours in the mirror was totally worth it. Oh yeah, you totally nailed it, Gohan. They think you're cool. Those others are even frozen in pure awe." As some of the other students go on to make comments of their own, as one of them goes on to state, "So cool," the other goes on to reply, "I can't believe Ashido actually likes this guy's terrible poses." Well, Mina does enjoy dancing. Maybe that's the reason why. As Little Min goes on to cry, he goes on to state, "It's not fair. How could this dorky hero be a hit with one of the hottest girls in the school? Why is the world so cool?" As Ashido replies, "So uncool." Shigaraki goes on to state, "Why do I get this feeling that you aren't taking us seriously? You come out of nowhere like a typical hero, doing your ridiculous poses and claiming that you're an ally to justice, all with a smile on your face, without a complete care in the world, just like All Might. and that really gets under my skin, as Shigaraki is really troubled by the idea that Gohan just interrupted them, but he's not taking them serious. And as Nomu looks on, he's growling, he's hungry, he's ready for battle. And Midoriya goes on to say to himself, even though another pro has showed up, that creature still may be too much. He may need backup, as Gohan proceeds to tell him, hey kid, head over to your friends, like I said before, I'll take it from here. As Deku goes on to tell him, Mr. Great Saiyaman, you may need our help. That creature, he badly hurt Eraserhead, and he's still in danger. We have to rescue him. Maybe if we tag team that creature and that hand guy, it should give the others a chance to quickly grab the sensei while holding off against the Vortex guy. As the Great Saiyaman proceeds to tell him, there's no need to worry. These villains will be brought to justice. I will save your sensei and protect you and your friends. I stake my life on it. You never have to fear villains when the Great Saiyaman is here. Basically reassuring Deku that no, he doesn't need his help, but he does ensure him to stay out of the way. Because in fact, if Deku gets involved, this could spell disaster not only for Deku, but for Gohan as well. As Gohan proceeds to tell him, after all, it is a job of a hero to keep the innocent safe. As Deku immediately thinks back to All Might, his hero, as All Might used to tell him, for here I am, as Midoriya goes on to tell him, right. As he quickly runs away, he goes on to utter out, good luck Mr. Saiyaman. As he proceeds to think to himself, he goes on to state, it's funny, this pro hero gives me the same feeling that All Might does. Hope. I don't know, I just can't help feeling, knowing that he is gonna come out on top. The Great Saiyaman. Definitely gotta remember that. As the other students go on to cry out, look guys, Deku's coming. Deku's job at this point is to rally everybody up so they can get out of dodge. As quickly they all begin to surround Deku, one of the females grabs onto Deku's arm as she goes on to tell him, I was so worried, Deku. I thought you were a goner. I'm so happy that you're okay. As poor little Min goes on to cry out, Midoriya, you too? You jerk? Why do you get to feel heaven while the rest of us suffer? Why, world, why? As the only thing this kid cares about is the female anatomy, because he is just so obsessed with girls that he doesn't seem to understand that his life is literally in jeopardy, or at least once was if it were not for Gohan. And while everyone else is trying to get their acts together, I love how Bakugo goes on to state, I'm surrounded by idiots, which I do agree with him in the fact that he understands that the other students are basically clowning around, not taking things as serious now that the Great Saiyaman is here. But Kurogiri actually has words for Shigaraki as he proceeds to tell him, Shigaraki, time isn't on our side. I think it's best if we leave before more pros show up. As Shigaraki replies, no, not yet. This All Might wannabe must die first. It'll serve as a warning to those who anger me. Nomu, kill that fool. As Gohan gets into position, he proceeds to state, alright, here goes. Saiyaman is set to make his move. As Nomu quickly cocks his fist back and just about to punch Gohan in the face, the manga chapter comes to a close, setting up the initial battle between Gohan and Nomu. However, there is a little bit of a slight special, as the artist drew a what-if involving Deku after initially meeting Gohan and traveling to Kame's house and having to meet with Master Roshi. And as we notice Deku actually arrived to Master Roshi's house, he goes on to further ask him, please, Gran Torino said that you're the greatest martial artist the world has ever seen and can help me get better in controlling my powers. As Roshi goes on to state, oh did he now? With Deku stating, yes, he said that you've trained some of the greatest fighters that the world doesn't even know about, or at least don't remember since the 23rd Budokai tournament. My quirk, I don't have any control over it. I can't even use it without destroying my body. It's why I traveled all this way out here, to improve my body and my mind, so I can better use my quirk, to learn how to use it properly. I want to be a hero that can bring smiles on the faces of the innocent. I need to get stronger. With your guidance, I believe that I can finally measure up to the ideals I wish to achieve. It would be an honor to train under you, so I beg you, please teach me, Master Roshi. As Roshi proceeds to laugh, he goes on to tell young Deku, "Ha, you sure know how to give a passionate speech, kid. I admire the attitude and the fire in your eyes. Why, I haven't seen that look in a youth in quite some time. You even traveled all the way here by boat also. Heh, you sure got spirit as well. Reminds me of another old pupil of mine. What's your name, kid?" As Deku replies, "My name is Midoriya, the next #1 hero." As Roshi replies, "Yep, definitely like a young Goku. So full of determination and grit to reach their goals. Though Goku wasn't much interested in becoming a hero, the fighting spirit in both of you is all the same. Well, Deku, you definitely intrigue this old man. The desire to be stronger for the sake of others, to fight the selfless fight. You are a fine young man. It has been quite some time since I've had students, and I know very little about these quirks, but even still, I will take you as my student, young Midoriya. For today, get settled in. Training will start at the crack of dawn. By the time you are done with this training, your quirk will be under control and you shall reach your goal as the #1 hero. Welcome to the Turtle School of Martial Arts." As Deku proceeds to tell Roshi, "Right, thank you. I won't let you down, Master Roshi-sensei." As only then, the manga chapter special comes to a close. Now, I will say I love the overall interaction that Gohan has with the UA students, in particular Deku, even though I will give criticism to the art because the art isn't necessarily the best we've seen, and I really hope that the artist takes this into consideration in continuing not only this series, but the Thanos vs. Vegeta series, as this is the same creator in which you guys can find his link down below, and better improving his art style and giving us something consistent, because that's the only criticism I will say that I have towards these little fan mangas. But I love the overall engagement factor of Gohan and Nomu and Shigaraki and Deku, because everyone seems to either A, think Gohan does not have the capabilities of surviving against Nomu, but little do they know that Gohan is beyond that of a planet buster. So that's going to be something very interesting to see, especially given the fact that if they throw everything at Gohan at once, he'll simply be able to overcome that with all the powers he has within him, not even including his ultimate abilities. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. I love the engagement factor of Shigaraki having to wonder who Gohan is, and I really hope that down the line we do get to see All Might and Gohan have a conversation, perhaps even spar together, just to gauge each other out per se. But in the end, I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below about this, as well as getting your feedback as to what kind of fan mangas you guys want to see on this channel. If you guys have any fan mangas you guys want to send me, then send it to my email, in which you guys can find the link to that located down below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to enable all notifications. Slap a big fat like down below if you guys enjoyed this video. Check out part 1, in which again, you guys can find part 1 located down in the description box below. I enjoyed it, even though the art is a little bit wonky in this, and I really do hope that the artist takes the time to really perfect his style in this. When moving forward, I can't wait to see what he has planned down the pipeline. So again, guys, leave your feedback down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Tune back in for the next video, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace!
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!